There has been so many big updates in TF2, but the one I want to talk about today is the Blue Moon update, which was released on March 28th, 2018, 6 months after the release of Jungle Inferno. Most people who are playing TF2 nowadays might not have even heard of this update, and for the people who were playing around that time, probably look back on it as just a cosmetics update and not a whole lot else, because I know before I started writing this video, that's what I thought. But it turns out there was actually so much more stuff that went into this update, making it just a bigger update than I remember. And a lot more important in terms of the quality of life of TF2. So if you go on to enjoy the rest of this video, then please make sure you subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Honestly, looking back on the stuff that Blue Moon changed is just insane. During this update, the entire matchmaking got a complete revamp, making some comp stuff make more sense and work a bit better than when it first came out. So you can do placement games now instead of starting at rank 1 and working your way up, which never made sense as a system. Why did they do that in the first place? It genuinely baffles me how that is how Valve decided to do comp when it first came out. Everybody starts at level 1, even the pro players, and you have to wait until the pro players play enough matches to get out of level 1 so you can play against people who are your skill level. So luckily, in the Blue Moon update, they changed it to placement games. This update was also the update that allowed you to queue for both casual and competitive matches at the same time. Whereas before, as in like July 2016 when Meet Your Match came out, so over 2 years at this point, you weren't able to queue for both casual and competitive. If you wanted to play competitive, you had to sit in the crazy long queues staring at the competitive search screen, and that was it. I definitely valued that change a lot more considering a video that is going to be coming out on the channel soon, but at the time it was still nice because more people tried to play comp because it got changed, but they didn't want to wait in the queues. So being able to play casual while you wait was really a good idea. I don't know why it wasn't in the game from the start though. They did also change a few more weapons in this update. They reworked the flamethrowers again a little bit. They tinkered with Jungle Inferno items now that they have been play tested a little bit more, and just a bunch of other little things like that. Nothing as major as Jungle Inferno from what I found so far, but they did just mess with stuff they changed that it seems were just slightly wrong. But there was a whole load of gameplay changes and fixes that they must have found since Jungle Inferno or hadn't had ready for Jungle Inferno. And honestly, there's too many to list. It's just crazy how much stuff got changed again that we just completely forgot about because a case came out. The Blue Moon update also brought in a pretty decent cosmetic case. Now, this was the age before people started complaining no matter what got put into cases, so that was really nice. And part of the thing that's so crazy for me is that this update isn't even listed as a major update anywhere, and so many people who are playing TF2 have either never heard of this update at all or just completely forgot it existed. I remember the case from the update, but I don't remember the sheer amount of quality of life stuff that they added into the game during that update. That almost makes me want to go through and look at a bunch of other updates and see what was added that we just completely missed because a case came out. But I think kind of the deal with the Blue Moon update is that this was essentially a Jungle Inferno Part 2 kind of deal. The competitive stuff was rumored to be coming out during Jungle Inferno, but it just wasn't ready, so they delayed it for a little bit. So then it would also make sense that most of the other changes that came in this update were also ones that were meant to be for Jungle Inferno, but just weren't quite ready yet. I am still just surprised that it's taken so long to get simple things in the game, like being able to do something else while you queue for comp. Because comp times since the beginning of competitive matchmaking have been notoriously long. Personally, I'm kind of glad in a weird way that this was 2 updates, because then it felt more to be excited about. But realistically, this was all meant to be what Jungle Inferno was, which would have made that update just massive. But if it was all meant to be in Jungle Inferno, then why wasn't it delayed or the update not announced until more of it was ready? I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.